The man who invented Coca-Cola never wanted to make a soft drink. He wanted to cure his own addiction. In 1886, a wounded Civil War veteran mixed coca leaf extract and cola nut into a bitter tonic inside a rusted brass kettle. He was chasing relief from morphine, not fame or fortune. That desperate experiment in a small Atlanta backyard would eventually become the most recognized brand on earth. But the man who created it died broke and never saw a single cent of the empire it built. This is the true story of John Pemberton, the man who accidentally created Coca-Cola. Discover why it was invented, the secret in its original formula, and how his recipe became a $200 billion empire he never lived to see. Atlanta in the 1880s was a city still rebuilding from the wounds of war. The streets smelled of coal smoke and horse sweat. Dirt roads turned into thick red mud after rain, while gas lamps flickered along Peachtree Street as merchants closed their shops for the night. The Civil War had ended only 2 decades earlier, but its scars were everywhere. Thousands of veterans carried injuries that never healed, living with constant pain that medicine could barely control. Many turned to morphine for relief. What started as treatment slowly became a hidden crisis spreading through towns and cities across America. At the time, there were no strict drug regulations. Pharmacists created their own remedies behind counters filled with unlabeled bottles. Cocaine, opium, alcohol, and morphine were openly sold as medicines, often promoted as miracle cures. Meanwhile, a powerful temperance movement was sweeping through Georgia. Activists and religious groups pushed against alcohol, arguing that society needed a safer alternative. In 1886, Atlanta banned the sale of liquor within city limits. Saloon doors closed, businesses disappeared, and people began searching for a new kind of drink, one that could provide energy without alcohol. Across America, traveling salesmen promoted bottled tonics that promised to cure everything from fatigue to illness. Most were empty promises, but the demand for these products was real. And into this strange, desperate world came a pharmacist fighting his own personal battle. His name was John Stith Pemberton. A wounded veteran, an inventor, and a man searching for relief, unaware that his next experiment would create one of the most famous brands in history. John Stith Pemberton was born in 1831 in rural Georgia. From a young age, he was fascinated by chemistry and medicine, eventually becoming a pharmacist known for creating his own remedies and tonics. When the Civil War erupted, Pemberton joined the Confederate cavalry. He fought in the conflict, but his life changed forever during the Battle of Columbus in 1865. A saber cut across his chest, leaving a wound that never fully healed. The pain followed him for years, and like thousands of other wounded soldiers, Pemberton turned to morphine just to get through each day. But the medicine that gave him relief slowly became another battle. His morphine dependence grew, and he knew exactly what it was doing to his body. As a pharmacist and chemist, Pemberton decided to find another solution. Inside his small Atlanta laboratory, he began experimenting with different formulas, searching for something that could provide energy and relief without the destructive effects of morphine. He studied coca leaf extracts, an ingredient already popular in European tonics, and combined them with cola nut, a plant known for its natural caffeine. Late into the night, Pemberton stirred mixtures in a brass kettle, testing one formula after another. Many attempts failed. Some were too bitter, while others produced unstable mixtures that had to be thrown away. But Pemberton refused to abandon his search. In 1885, he created Pemberton's French wine coca, a coca and alcohol tonic that was marketed as a remedy for pain, fatigue, and nervous conditions. The drink gained some attention, but everything changed when Atlanta introduced prohibition in 1886. With alcohol sales banned, Pemberton had to completely rethink his formula. He removed the wine and began experimenting with a new combination of coca leaf extract, cola nut, caffeine, sugar, and aromatic oils. After countless adjustments, on May 8, 1886, Pemberton finally created a dark, sweet syrup inside his backyard laboratory. He carried the mixture to Jacob's Pharmacy in downtown Atlanta, where a soda fountain clerk named Willis Venable accidentally mixed the syrup with carbonated water instead of plain water. The result was unlike anything customers had tasted before, a sweet, refreshing, and fizzy drink that immediately caught people's attention. Pemberton's bookkeeper, Frank Robinson, helped name the drink Coca-Cola because he believed the two Cs would look powerful in advertising. He also designed the flowing script logo that became one of the most recognizable marks in history. But success did not come overnight. In its first year, Coca-Cola sold only a few drinks a day. It was barely profitable, and Pemberton was still struggling with debt and declining health. Desperate for money, he began selling parts of his formula and business shares to different partners. These deals created confusion over ownership, and Pemberton never gained control of the empire his invention would become. By 1888, his health had deteriorated badly. Weak and unable to continue his work, John Stith Pemberton died at the age of 57. He left behind no fortune and no idea that the small Atlanta drink he created would one day become one of the most famous brands on earth. After Pemberton's death, a sharp-minded businessman named Asa Candler saw what others had missed. In 1888, Candler quietly began buying the rights to the Coca-Cola formula, meeting Pemberton's former partners one by one. By 1891, he owned the company outright for roughly $2,000, one of the greatest bargains in business history. Candler was a marketing genius long before that term existed. He filled towns with Coca-Cola logos on calendars, clocks, and signs, while handing out thousands of free drink coupons. His strategy transformed Coca-Cola from a small regional tonic into a household name across the American South. In 1899, two Tennessee lawyers approached Candler with an unusual proposal. They asked for the bottling rights, and Candler agreed to sell them for just $1, believing bottled drinks were only a passing trend. It became one of the most expensive mistakes in business history. As bottling plants spread across America, Coca-Cola evolved from a soda fountain drink into a product people could carry anywhere. Glass bottles reached small towns by rail, helping the brand expand at an incredible pace. Growth, however, brought controversy. Many people were alarmed that the original formula still contained coca leaf extract. Newspapers questioned its safety, and doctors demanded changes. Under growing public pressure, the company removed active cocaine from the formula in 1903, replacing it with processed coca leaves that no longer contained the drug. The challenges weren't over. In 1911, the US government sued the Coca-Cola Company over its high caffeine content. The case attracted national attention, with scientists and lawyers debating the drink's ingredients in federal court. Coca-Cola survived the lawsuit but agreed to reduce caffeine levels in future formulas. At the same time, imitation brands flooded the market with names like Coke, K-O-Cola, and Coca-Cola. The company fought years of trademark battles to protect its identity. In 1915, Coca-Cola introduced the now famous Contour bottle, designed to be instantly recognizable, even by touch in the dark. It became one of the most iconic package designs ever created. Then World War II changed everything. In 1941, Coca-Cola's president promised that every American soldier could buy a bottle for just 5 cents, no matter where they were serving. The company built bottling plants near military bases across Europe and the Pacific, making Coca-Cola part of soldiers' daily lives. For many troops, an ice-cold Coke became a reminder of home during the war. By the time the conflict ended, more than 60 new bottling plants had been established overseas, turning Coca-Cola from an American success story into a truly global brand. Today, Coca-Cola is one of the most recognized brands on Earth, sold in more than 200 countries around the world. Every day, billions of servings of Coca-Cola products are consumed across the planet, making it a part of everyday life for people from almost every culture. The company's red and white logo has become one of the most recognizable symbols in history. In many places, people can identify the Coca-Cola logo even without speaking the language. Coca-Cola also helped shape modern popular culture. During the 1930s, the company's advertisements featuring Haddon Sundblom's warm, grandfatherly Santa Claus helped popularize the red and white image of Santa that many people know today. Behind the brand remains one of the most famous secrets in business history, the Coca-Cola formula. Protected for more than a century, the recipe has become a symbol of mystery and innovation, with only a few people believed to know its complete details. The company that began as a small Atlanta experiment is now a global empire worth hundreds of billions of dollars, with products reaching nearly every corner of the world. Its factories, farms, and supply chains support millions of people, proving how one simple formula can transform industries and economies. But perhaps the most surprising part of Coca-Cola's story is where it began. A wounded soldier created the drink while searching for relief from his own struggles. The formula born in a small backyard laboratory became a symbol of celebration, connection, and comfort for billions of people. A personal battle became a global legacy, and a simple experiment changed the world forever. Here's the strange truth hiding beneath the world's most famous drink. John Pemberton created Coca-Cola to escape addiction, yet built one of history's most recognizable brands instead. He died with almost nothing, while his invention grew into a $200 billion empire. So here's a question worth sitting with. Would Pemberton have kept the rights if he'd known what his tonic would become? Or did losing control let Coca-Cola conquer the world? If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more untold origins, forgotten history, and remarkable true stories from the past. Some inventions changed the world by design. This one changed it by accident.